Hello everyone, Memory here. After the 2-week Pearl Mallet event has finished, I've earned around 670 mil silver just on the fish alone. It was great because that means I was getting around 47 million per day on average by doing pretty much nothing. If I include profits from other fish and relic shots, that equates to around 65 million per day. After the event, I quickly felt the rapid decrease to my income. So I did a little brainstorm about how to increase my income without doing anything. And this idea caught my attention. What if I fish in Grana and then transport my character to Shakatu to sell my fish? And then fish at Shakatu and then sell it back to Grana on the next day. First of all, why Shakatu? Well, because it is the furthest town from Grana that I can use the transport function on for maximizing distance bonus. Why not manually transport my character to Valencia for greater profit with desert buff? Well, because I don't have Master 2 trading level. Plus, there is always a risk of random players griefing you while you AFK routing. And it just generally requires too much manual input in the morning if I have to go to work. But of course, there are many other questions to answer and discuss before we can conclude whether this is a good method or not. So let's start by talking about some advantages for this new method compared to Imperial fishing in Grana or Duvencrune. The main advantage of the new method is having little to no competitors. Oftentimes, the Imperial trader will be maxed out. This is very annoying because it forces you to wait for 10 minutes before you can use the Imperial trader again after you change channel. And you can't switch character during that time because it will reset the waiting time. If the Imperial trader on the second channel is also maxed out, then you will have to wait for additional 5 minutes just to be able to change channel again. Plus an additional 10 minutes more to access the Imperial trader. Otherwise, if you don't want to go through all that hassle, you will have to settle with selling them cheap to the nearby normal traders. This makes the 1 hour transportation time for the new method looks not as bad in comparison, since you can do something else while that's happening. Some side benefit of using the new method is it will level up your trading level as well, since using the Imperial trader will not increase your trading level. Higher trading level will increase the bargain bonus by a small amount. This would also increase your life fame, which will increase your daily fame silver income as well. That all sounds good, but we still need to compare the actual profit of the new method compared to the current one. It could turn out to be more profitable than the Imperial trader, or it could be the other way around. First, we need to find out how much does the yellowfish in Grana and Duvencrune sells for in Shakatu. So we have a better idea of whether if this is going to work or not before we investigate even further. Here we see the Duvencrune yellowfish sells for around 174k with a distance bonus of 62%. The Grana yellowfish sells for 210k with a 89% distance bonus. This is before bargain, that means after bargain it will go up to around 240k. Which is very close to the 250k that the Imperial trader buys for. And then we need to find out how much the yellowfish in Shakatu sells for in Grana, if we can even find any fish in the desert, that is. It turns out that yes, indeed, there are some fish in the desert, and the yellow grayfish sells for 180k in Grana. And now we know the yellow grayfish for both places are in the same price range. Therefore, the new method is at least plausible to work. After that, we need to find out the average amount of silver we can make by selling one night worth of Shakatu fish to Grana trader. Because even though the general trader would buy the yellow and blue fish for less compared to the Imperial trader, the distance bonus might be enough to even it out, or even surpass it. The result shows that the total silver gain is 4.2 million for this run. Of course, there are lucky days and unlucky days, but 4.2 mil is a little bit less but close to the average gain using the Imperial trader. Additionally, we have 3 relic shards fished up. Here we have 1 eye worth of Duvencrune fish selling straight to the normal trader for comparison purpose. This is simulating the situation where the Imperial trader is maxed out and you don't want to wait for 10 minutes while doing nothing in the game. The result here is 2.5 mil with around 8 relic shards. So that means Shakatu fish production is around the same as Grana and Duvencrune, but the relic shard is on the low side. Here is the summary of the results. On the right, the average Imperial fishing run gives around 5 million with 6 to 7 relic shards. The middle shows the result of selling the same fish to the local normal traders, which gives 2.5 mil with 8 relic shards. Finally on the left, selling Shakatu fish to Grana traders gives 4.2 million with 3 relic shards. This result shows that it is definitely better to use the transfer function when you have a maxed out Imperial trader, especially if you have high trading level. My Kuno only have skill 2 trading level for a reference. I do have a feeling that low relic shard production in Shakatu might just be an outlier, so if this result interests you, do more testing on Shakatu fishing. If the average relic shard gain is around 6 to 7 as well, then it can definitely be an alternative way to sell fish. So now some of you might be asking, why don't I just transfer between Grana and Duvencrune and always use the Imperial trader instead? And to that, my answer is, after the testing, yes, it will be better to just do that, but the whole point of this test is to provide data to people that are wondering. I was originally expecting the Shakatu way would be significantly more profitable from the distance bonus. But now that the result shows they are the same if you have a decent trading level, transporting between Grana and Duvencrune and use the Imperial trader would be the better solution. Finally, there are some big updates coming up in the near future, namely the underwater contents, where you get the Tankrat rings, which is the final piece you need to summon Exodia. There is a Manos update where you can potentially double or triple the current life skill silver income. We'll see how things go and might make a video about those. Anyways, hopefully you enjoyed it. Likes and subs for blessing from RNGesus, and I'll see you in the next video.